Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA, and home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt, who hope today they will hit all of the right notes. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Gamecocks will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Commodores' offense is on the field for the first time today. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yes, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. He makes the connection. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. And the Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Gamecocks offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
On the move, it's Sanders. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. Looking to pass. It's Pavia. It's complete on the right side. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
The Commodores will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And they get the sack just like that.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on that. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
He's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Skinner. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Going for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Commodores will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They'll try the run. Still running at the 40. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They'll leave it with him. At the 35, he's loose. The expressway is wide open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Man, having a great back makes life so easy on your offense. It balances everybody out. It commits more guys to the blocks. And this guy all season long, he's in the top 10 in rushing for a reason. He's continued to make plays. You continue to trust.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, South Carolina.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Getting some heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Commodores will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Give to the back. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Feeling some heat. Catch in the middle. It's Simon. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
And the Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. And he runs it in for the score. Gamecock. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They go to the ground. And he could not get loose on the run.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Rides to the back. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You've got to keep defenses off balance.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll call for the fair catch here. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Trying to get to it. He'll try to do it himself. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. The Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Now 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Sellers. Finds his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
He wants to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
1st and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football, you can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another first down, 1st and 10 again.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Sanders. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll go to the air. They're trying to get to it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Coming after it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. 3rd down, they're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
Quarterback now breaking the field. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Texas State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Dropping back, it's Pavia. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Using his legs, it's Alexander. Jukes his way for more. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Caught in the backfield, it's Alexander. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Grabs it in the middle. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He's got his man. At the 40, there he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Offense in an empty set. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking downfield, it's Pavia. Pocket, nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Nashville as we say hello from our broadcast studios. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at First Bank Stadium.
Commodores will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They'll try to get it through the air. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Comes out throwing on first down. They're bringing heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Wants to throw. It's Pavia. They're working that left side. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Going for it all. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Commodores will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He gets a block. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Getting some heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Quickly complete. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. After an unproductive first half and opening drive of the second half, the offense finally finding a little something to jumpstart them. They've got a 1st down. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
Nice move to keep running. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump them the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Breaks the tackle. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Dropping back, it's Pavia. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. ULM is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Malone Stadium, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by a field goal over Texas State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the returner goes down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. He's going to run it. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Gamecocks are marching down the field. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Still looking on the move. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Feeling some heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Trying to get to him. And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Perfect timing on that throw and catch. Kept it in bounds for the big completion. The Gamecocks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal.
1st and goal, South Carolina.
From the gun, looking for a man. They're trying to get to it. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back the pass, look for your shots. You don't see it. Tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play for this QB.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do?
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. That's score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Pavia. Lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's...
He's going to throw deep right side. Lofted toward the sideline. Intercepted.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Leaves it with the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Sanders. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
It's really hard defensively to bring pressure when you keep moving the quarterback outside the pocket. You don't know which way he's going to go. Great job getting him outside the pocket. Now he can get on the edge and get some easy free yards or take a shot deep down the field.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Coming after him. Avoids pressure. Pocket starts to collapse. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the Mecca.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Commodores want to crank the tempo.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Looking for a productive play on first down.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player. But, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. You really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off.
Touchdown, South Carolina! And the punishment has been extended. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Snags it over the middle.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Quickly complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Pavia. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film.
Snags it, and he will score. Touchdown, Commodores.
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point gets them a little closer at 31-10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Louisiana is down, but they are not out of it. Not there at Cajun Field, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Arkansas State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Scanning the field, it's Pavia. Pressure coming. Just gets rid of it before the heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He wants to throw it again. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Grab behind the line. It's Dillon. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On fourth down, looking for the completion. And it's incomplete, way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
He looks that one in nicely.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to pass, it's Sellers. They're bringing heat. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.